So, first of all, congratulations on these announcements. Let me get started with the German carrier 1&1, because my understanding is that you've provided your clients before with parts of your technology, but this would be a full adoption, right? How much will this deal contribute to your bottom line?
Well, definitely, we have been developing this cloud-native platform, including radio access network, and we recently acquired Altiostar. So the incremental cost for us in terms of software development is going to be very, very limited. And with regard to hardware procurement, we just made a very clear policy that we don't have any secret. So all this procurement, and we're going to add, very, slight margin on top of it, and then give it to our client, Aug.04 Hiroshi. So the key word for this is no more secret. I think the relative investment and incremental cost for us is limited, and the deal itself is really, really sizable.
So we are now seeing you're structuring your business around the Symphony business, right? That's how you're providing these technologies. Give us a sense of the demand out there. Who are you targeting? What sort of carriers are you targeting?
Definitely, now because of this tension between China and US, the demand for new solution for a 5G mobile network is significant. That the existing approach is too expensive for most of carriers. Obviously for the greenfield new mobile companies, but not limited to. Even the large global telecom companies are looking for all-round solution, and we are definitely front runner in this field. And I think we have a couple of years of head start advantage at least. So I think this is going to be really, really significant. Addressable market probably is going to be somewhere between $100 billion to $150 billion in 2 or 3 years.
You've also talked about the global chip shortage and how that's sort of pushing back the rollout of the Rakuten network, right? And I believe you said that that would be around 3 months. That sounds a little bit optimistic to me, given that we really have no clarity about the chip supply. Is it because you've acquired already some chip supplies, or is it just your forecast that the shortages will ease?
Well, we are not talking about really the handset. We are talking radio stations. So we are not talking about millions. We are talking about tens of thousands. So even though we are really having a challenging kind of environment for procurement semiconductors, but our partners, including Intel and Qualcomm, they are very, very cooperative, and they are partners. And they reconsider what we are building and what we're doing is the future. And so their expectation for our success is also significant. So they are very, very cooperative.
You mentioned the challenges, and of course we have seen that in the mobile business when it comes to the bottom line. So we saw also the credit rating for Rakuten being cut by S&P the S&P ratings company. Can you give us sort of an outlook and your assessment of the credit markets? What can you tell investors?
Well, again, this mobile business is definitely it's going to be a huge, and we are trying to achieve basically 3 things through this project. One is definitely very profitable standalone MNO business in Japan. And the second is definitely it's going to have a very good positive synergy with our existing e-commerce and other financial services. We have already seen like 60% uplift for people who join Rakuten mobile service buying from Rakuten Marketplace. And also the third is basically this Rakuten Symphony business, which can be even bigger than what we are building for the last 24 years.
You have been exploring opportunities in the Chinese market too, but we continue to see this series of crackdowns in different sectors of that economy. Are the opportunities there still worth the risk?
Well, we do not have significant business in China anymore. We used to have a joint venture with Baidu, but we kind of shut it down. And so I think our exposure to Chinese business or China is very, very limited at this point.
Are you looking for more investments though?
To China?
Yeah.
Well, we would like to export Japanese content and Japanese product to China, but we are not really thinking about doing business in China at this moment.
What about partnerships with Chinese companies? Because we know that there is an investment from Tencent that's been scrutinized by the Japanese and the U.S. governments. Give us an update on that front.
Well, investment is minor investment. They do not really have voting shares, or they gave up voting shares. And we have a cap of the amount of investment they can make. No board seats, no observation seat. So this is, in a sense, pure financial investment from one of their venture capital arm. And then obviously they have investment into some of U.S. very high respected companies, including Tesla and so forth. And I am very, very confident that this is the pure financial investment, nothing more than that.
And you're not looking for anything more than that with Chinese partnerships?
No. But definitely, Tencent has a very good network of distributing content, and they're getting bigger for e-commerce. So we would like to, basically sell Japanese product and also Japanese content through their network. That's about it.
Okay, so let me talk a little bit about the ongoing Olympics in Japan, because you've really not been a fan of the Olympics going to Tokyo during the pandemic. Has your view changed now that the games are taking place?
I'm happy that we're getting so many gold medals, as a matter of fact. But unfortunately, the positive counts of the COVID-19, especially with the Delta variants, are going up. And hopefully we will be able to control it. I don't know. I do not know how much it came from this Olympic. I do not have any knowledge, but we have to we become a little bit more patient and keep social distance and trying to control, as well as accelerating vaccination. And Rakuten is now in reality operating many vaccine centers so that the Japanese community can get out of this very difficult situation.
Yeah, the state of emergency has been extended and expanded, right? How's that affecting your overall Rakuten business, whether it's e-commerce or mobile?
Well, we have so many different business portfolios. Some businesses are positive, some businesses are negative, and overall it is positive. People buy more stuff from online. And the travel came back because of the senior people, like over close to 90% of the people who are over 65 years old are already vaccinated, and they are making local trips, which I think is good. And now the vaccination is, accelerating in Japan. So I think the business like travel suffered significantly in 2020. But it's much better this year. E-commerce is in a good shape. Our fintech business is outstanding. The mobile subscription is growing fast. And then on top of that, this announcement of RCP, Rakuten Symphony, is going to be really huge for us.
And Miki, before we let you go, I want an update on those free mobile subscriptions that you gave for 1 year. That was a huge splash back in April. How's the transition going right now?
Definitely, the churn rate has been significantly smaller than our budget. And now we are providing 3 months free, and subscription is going well. So I am very confident. On top of that, now we are not rebuilding mobile network service as a standalone, but it's part of our ecosystem. So we have been monitoring how much synergy do we have between mobile subscription and also like e-commerce and fintech services. And the synergy is really, really significant. So I'm very happy.